Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon leaf, ASMR, and Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we had a little walk around, lots of conversation, they kept talking to each other, and now we are in an area where it looks entirely safe and not at all scary. We took a little detour into this area because we walked over here to find Karlach, and then we're meant to find the paladins that she has on her tail, but I walked this way and wanted to go through here, back here, in the hopes that this fight is easier than the other one. I don't know if it is. It might not be. We will see. First, we can pick up some salami, very important, and a potato.
What's hiding here?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, and an apple. Very good. Let me just check something. Very good. We could obviously go over here. I don't really want to do that right now. More food. Lovely. This is actually really good because if we rest more, we're going to need more food. I think we should do this fight next. It's a little bit gruesome, so if that's not your vibe... Ooh, a garlic. Maybe look away, because these creatures are not very cozy or comfortable. So yeah, this episode might... Exactly.
They didn't stand a chance.
Exactly. It is not nice over here. It's quite you. But she has some money on her. That's great. Yeah.
East reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood.
Horrifying.
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas.
Yes, and we don't want to see that. So we will destroy the abomination before she can attack us.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still.
I'm very sorry to all hyenas watching.
As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
Yes, and now there's still everyone else on here that would want to turn into gnolls. So a little fight on our hands. And as always, Astarion is first in the initiative. And as we can see, we now have a new action with him, Vampire Bite, where he gets healing and he takes damage. The creature takes damage, and that's great. But this is because we know now that he's a vampire. He told us that last episode, or 2 episodes ago, but he told us last episode that he can now fight differently. We apparently have advantage on this creature, so we could also use sneak attack, although they don't have lots of hit points, but we can still do sneak attack. Why not? And then we can continue walking. And I think our bonus attack is just going to be nothing because hiding here is useless. And this is our movement speed, so I think this is it. She's yapping. Great. Is that all? No. She's trying to leave.
Watch it. That hyena's going for help.
Huh. Well, that is not good. So we can try Luminous Arrow maybe for the first time. Oh, cool. So we have to walk over there. Let's try that.
Another day, another fight.
That looks beautiful. That is a really cool attack. Is our... No, okay. I was wondering because this looked like there wasn't a second scimitar, but there is. Okay. So our main... That was a bonus action, so we still have an action, but we can't actually make it there to melee attack, so we should probably use something else. Maybe we can do just a cantrip for now, so maybe Thorn Whip. pulled her a little bit and gave her 3 damage. That's good.
No gloom, all doom.
And now our beautiful wizard can go over here and maybe cast another cantrip. Maybe a Ray of Frost. Why not? A little Ray of Frost on this bloated hyena. Or we could always go like higher. We could also do Magic Missile, which gives us 4, and each of them does 2 to 5. So, you know, we could do like a 3 on this one and then 1 on this one. Even though that's not gonna be enough, we could also do 2 on this one and then 2 on this one. Nice. So that was enough for this one, and it almost killed the other one as well. Very good. So now he's done, and our girl can now maybe long distance just kill this hyena that's over here. And she missed. Karlak, that is not a great introduction to our group, but it's alright, and I don't think she needs to rage right now. Astarion can take that. Nice.
Place is overrun with gnolls.
Yes, indeed. So we'll save.
I had no idea this was their mating season.
This place reeks of blood. Let's go, before more join us.
Interesting. It's interesting that Astarion sounds so disgusted at the idea of blood, because he would obviously be interested in blood. We're picking up these hyena ears because they are alchemical ingredients, and there's lots of stuff here to pick up. Nope, we're not. Okay, I did not mean to do that. I meant to stop that. That was a fire wine barrel. So that's alcohol, and I think we can light that on fire. I don't want to do that right now. And if we go up here, there's more to this fight, but I'm not sure if we want to do that fight right now. To be fair, it's on easy mode, so this fight might be okay, but going up there could lead us to a different fight that will certainly not be easy. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, shipment orders, very interesting. We can look at those in a moment. There's a long sword in this guy. And there's lots of stuff to read here also. And a chest. Ooh, some wine. Some Sicilian sweet. Let's read. The gate is closed. Or at least I think these things we should just read as they are. They're not books that are part of our, like, we read them before we go to sleep session. I think we should read these. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the keepers of the gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. That's also a huge theme in this game, that people in Baldur's Gate are frustrated at refugees. I'm obviously on the side of the refugees. Anyone with a brain is. But it's interesting, like, to read evidence of what they're thinking. And there's a letter over here to the good godly folk of Faerun. I can't apparently read that without picking it up. Let's pick the other one up as well. And let's pick up as per my last letter. Okay, and let's go through recent, latest. Let's read to the good godly folk of Faerun. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevek Feanor, Most High Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. To the good godly folk of Faerun. In the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realm's shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a time of great confusion and upheaval. gods fell and rose again, lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the plains birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often anathema to Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our ancients by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples. While all knowledge is of import to the Lord Binder, we are confident that any future plane-shaping events will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke, or read in the droppings of the village herd. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours ever seeking, Brevik Feanor, servant of Ogma. So, clearly people are annoying this guy with their fears and with the stuff they find. But we also found shipment orders. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. So now we have a quest to find the missing shipment. And when we have lots of quests that I didn't look at, we could kill Kolga, which we're not going to do. We should go to the goblin camp where, if the tieflings are to make their way to Baldur's Gate, we will need to deal with the goblins. Zevlor thinks someone must be organizing them. We should investigate their camp. And then the missing shipment. And then hunt the devil. Karlak just joined us. And we should find the paladins. Our fiery friend is the Karlak quest. Blade of Frontiers is the Will quest. Pale Elf, we learned that he's a vampire. Cool. All a bunch of stuff. I'm interested. Do we want to go up there or continue over here? I mean, this fight is probably not actually that big, so let's do that one quickly.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
We didn't take any damage, we're fine, you know? Yes, okay. Astarion. And go forth. Exactly. And these are, more stressful, but in easy mode they are quite easy. So let's shoot them. That was great. I don't know why you did additional damage. The game automatically used sneak attack on him. I don't quite know why, because we shouldn't have advantage on him, but sometimes you don't quite get what the game is doing. So that's good enough. We could also dash with our cunning action, bonus action, so that he can be up here. Nice. Seething Fury does not sound good. And he missed. Perfect. Okay.
Have a step forward.
Let's go up here. Let's... what do we want to do? We could try and pull him a little bit closer with our bonus action. And then try to melee attack. But we could also try just the luminous arrow thing, which I think is cool. It looks really cool. And we missed. Well. Then let's try something else. We could just do a guiding bolt, which would do a lot of damage as well. If it hits, it hit. Perfect. Theoretically, the bonus of a guiding bolt is that the next person has advantage on them, because we basically light them up, like we put a little glowing stick on them. But if they just immediately die, obviously that's not going to do anything. The longer I play this game, I wonder if I shouldn't have stuck to normal difficulty. But I know I'm gonna be very fine with the easy mode once we're in other territories of the game.
Soldier.
Here I actually think it would be fun to try out her rage, so show us your giant's rage. And there she is, tall as hell. Very good. Okay. So with Giant's Rage, I think her throwing damage is the thing that gives you the most stuff, so we could throw our Great Axe at him.
That's it.
That was not a lot. With that we just need to pick it up again, but right now we don't have any attack. Yes, darling, come up here, please. Okay. And now this guy is pretty hidden over there, but maybe we can hit him with some magic missile as well. We can just do full magic missile on him. Nice. There's still a little bit of life left in him, but it's fine. Okay. And now I wonder
Push my luck again.
if we can just move us closer to him, then Astarion should have advantage. Oh, because of Happy he has advantage. That's cool, but also he's flanked, so that should still do a lot of damage. Exactly. And with that, he's kind of done over here.
Where do I go from here?
And we can maybe try another luminous arrow on this one hit point. And that was another miss. That's incredible. Oh, this is an action, not a bonus action. Okay. Come on. There we are. And Karlak is an Outlander background, so that's pretty cool. So she got inspired by that. Can you please equip that? Thank you. We're gonna figure out the
White everything?
damage from throwing weapons before you know it. Okay, so there's another corpse with a letter on him. We got that. I'm trying to get the rest over here. Sometimes they hide pretty good stuff in these, like rib cages. We could pick up the skull, but what for? I guess Karlak could throw it. My brother and I had quite a lot of fun in the beginning, having her throw like spoons and stuff. And do lots of damage with it. So what we don't want to do is go further up here, because there is more, like way more up there that we don't want to deal with yet. But we could absolutely go further that way. So maybe we do a little
At the ready.
twisty turny over there. There's also where these steps lead, so this is a natural progression. Yeah, no, right now these fights are supremely easy, especially since I've played this game a lot, and I'm currently playing like 2 difficulties above this, but I still think that later we're going to be quite happy that we didn't choose a different difficulty. I also think we can't change that anymore, so I would need to restart the game, which we're not doing. I'm just picking up pumpkins and having fun. This is not about showing you guys how great I am at this game, which I'm not even. This is about, you know, having fun. Why could we interact with a bag of rotten food? I don't know. But there's cabbage. My cabbages. Okay, I think the bag of rotten food we don't need, but there is... is there anything else? I don't think so. Well, there's crates and stuff over here, but usually if you can interact with the crates and not pick them up, they just say like, oh my god, it's an empty crate. Some rope, and then...
Looks empty.
Exactly, an empty crate. And then is there anything in here? No. And just for, like, navigation, down here is where we picked up Karlak, so we walked over here. We're back now in a different spot. I would go up here now, over the bridge, to try and find those people that Karlak once did. These are all empty cans.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Exactly. I think it might very well be the people that Karlak is talking about. This person had a lemon on her. Very nice. I think we're going to be encumbered soon. But we now have our working transporting horse with us, Karlak. As she, yeah, exactly, we're encumbered, as she is capable of carrying quite a lot. So let's send those to Karlak, and that already does a lot. And then we can go latest, maybe. Wasn't there a letter on someone? Yes, we read this, I think, didn't we? No, we didn't. Interesting, why did I not read that? As per my last letter was from the first person. Though the name of the recipient is obscured, the letter appears to continue a debate of some heat. Your analysis is flawed. The hells are not so simple to understand. Boiling down 9 cosmological layers into evil but with a few more rules does generations of scholars discredit. Each layer is its own unique moral and magical ecosystem. What Zariel permits in Avernus may be blasphemy to Mammon and the chained cities of Minoris. The hells bend not only to their whim and will, but to their mere presence. The more souls they acquire, the more that combined influence spreads. Avernus itself is glorious for study. Watch a Yugoloth mercenary debate mid-battle with a Rakshasa and tell me I'm wrong. From its red, starless sky to every bloody tributary leading to the Styx, there is something to explore. Of course, getting down there in the middle of the blood war is a bit stressful, but you can't judge what you don't know. I've gotten off topic. The point is, you're wrong. Looking forward to your reply. Best, Silvira Savicus, Sage of Candlekeep. And I love this. It's very accurate to actual academia. Okay, and then an open letter on oppression and peacocks. Baldur's Bash is printed in bright bold letters on the front cover, followed by many exclamation marks. This copy is focused on letters to the editor. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic! My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormier. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue, immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authorities should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. Well, as we know from that couple in the Emerald Grove, dogs are not allowed in Baldur's Gate, and this is because the rule is anything larger than a peacock. Which I guess makes sense if you're trying to keep a city, you know, calm, but I do kind of get it. I do want my bear Giselle with me, you know? But yeah, I love reading these letters. We might actually drop this idea of only reading the books as we go to sleep, because then I think we miss the context of where we found them. And it saved. That was ominous. Some cheese. We found water Davian cheese. That looks like potatoes. It is. This is a God's end for giving us, is it God's end? I don't know. For giving us, food. That is a dead knoll with a hyena's ear. And more dead knolls. Nice. A bunch of stuff. And I think you just heard people talking, and I think it's people in here. There is just fully a leg. There's a bottle. Okay, so I assume they're through this door. I'm gonna save, and we'll open the door. Hello.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
Okay, so we can try insight. I mean, we trust her. We know that she's right and these are evil people, but we can still try insight, you know, to get our own insight. And we do have insight proficiency and wisdom high, but we are bloodless, so that's a -1, but we should still be fine, I hope. Nice, perfect. That is perfect, perfectly enough. Lovely.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Well, enough of this charade. I know who you really are.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
I love a woman. We support women's rights and wrongs. Okay, she rolled really well, and these people are higher in level than us, but because of easy mode, we should still be fine. Muscle staring. Okay, and she's a what's that called? It's not a rogue, a ranger, because she has hunter's mark. Okay then. Let's save before this fight. And let's get our boy in here. Do you wanna... Can you? Yes, he could.
Delicious.
Eat her. Now she is bloodless, and that had the perfect bonus of taking hunter's mark from her. That's very good. And now he could just hit her. Nice. Very good. Now that's that. I think I'll move him a little bit to the side so that everyone has space to get in. I said that, I think in one of the first episodes that, or just in the fight with the people in, how do I say that, in the ancient temple thing, that doors are a problem in this game because it's really hard to, like, get everyone in. I think she isn't close enough yet because I moved her over here, but she could still just, I mean, she can also rage. Do we want her to rage? I think we want her to rage. We will take a little rest soonish anyway, because for her, what spell slots for us is her rage charge. For her. He has an aura of protection, so I assume he takes less damage. Paladin and any nearby allies have a +4 bonus in saving throws. That's pretty crazy. But our girl can move further in.
Breathing, despite everything.
And let's see. Who do we think we should hit? Maybe him, actually. Nice, that did quite a lot. And then maybe let's do just a lacerate on her. Maybe then she'll bleed. It's funny, I wonder how... Okay, we missed, but I wonder how bloodless and bleeding would interact with each other. I think that would be funny. I don't think it does anything, but since they're kind of contradictory, that's kind of fun. Yeah, he does a lot of damage. And he's introducing more doors to this fight. Not a fan at all. Okay, now, what about your blade song? I think we'll do some blade song. Right? I think. Nice. And we're not doing that right now. But we can try if his movement is long enough to hit her like this. It still looks so ridiculous and I love him. He could also flourish now. Why not? Why not? Nice. She saved on flourish because she's still probably... Does she have the aura? No, she doesn't have the aura. She's just good at saving throws. That's fine. Nice. I love all of us with this, like, attack stance. But yeah, that's it. And Cyril, or Cyril. that is not good. So hold person is horrible. Hold person, they really want to hold him. Hold person makes any melee attack on the character a critical hit immediately, which does lots of damage. And I think, or is it, it just has, they just have advantage. What is it? Always critical hits, right? I still don't understand Blade Song. We'll learn. But yeah, that's bad that she's here now. And we can only break it if we break her concentration, or he succeeds on a wisdom saving throw, I'm pretty sure. And he's also additionally ensnared now because she attacked him with an ensnaring strike. But the ensnaring will be gone in a second because I hope that Astarion will just hit her. And kill. Okay, and he won't kill her because why would he? Okay, hit her. Nice. So he's not entrapped or what it was anymore. We can put him over here. Nice. And our girl is huge and I love her. Let's try to hit him just normally. Nice. His concentration save was successful, but that's still fine. Sadly, in this style, she doesn't have a bonus attack. In this subclass, she doesn't have a bonus attack. That's cool, but that's still fine. Like Berserker would have an additional bonus attack, but whatever. She's still here and she's fighting. So let's put her over here, maybe. I don't think we can hit anyone in the other room, but we could try Luminous Arrow on this guy. And we missed. That's fine. That's fine. Let's try a Guiding Bolt, maybe just level 1. Nice. That did a lot. Happy with that. Okay. Now Cyrell. Oh, that's funny. So he saved actually. Out of, I didn't even notice that he succeeded and lost hold person, and then she just cast it again immediately. Apparently she decided he was the biggest threat. Interesting, a compliment to him, I guess. So you go over here. Can you do a, yeah, you are still, because of Happy, in advantage against her. That's great, and that did lots of damage. I think he can't, yeah, he can't get close enough for that. That's fine. Karlach can go over here and just shoot her. Just shoot her. Nice.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel.
Agreed.
I won't go back. I'm never going back.
Okay, lol, that's
And if
fine.
Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Okay. Sorry, I won't get near you again. We'll make sure of that.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Okay. And now she'll go on a little rampage, so I will just do a quick little short rest before she damages us too much. That's happened to me before. She's losing it a little. That's fine. Destroy what you want. We'll just walk around and pick up stuff in this house. Some stuff. Have fun there in the back, girl. Let's read The Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast. Or maybe not right now. Maybe we'll just stick with looting until she's done. There's lots of stuff to read here. There's a burlap sack. Nothing in it but some gold. Nice. She's just losing it over there. That's fine. I don't think she actually damages anything that's like super important, so that's fine. We are encumbered. Hi, honey. Are you done?
To do it.
Nice.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look?
You look hot.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
Okay. I met someone who might be able to help, a smith who worked in the hills for a time.
Well now, maybe I could make his acquaintance. A tight screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time.
Oh,
Let's
honey.
go find your friend before I blow a gasket. Lead on.
I hope we can still ask her later how she got to that. But I can tell you in case we don't hear it from her. We're just looting, but I will give some of the heavier stuff to Karlak because otherwise we'll be encumbered and that'll be annoying to carry. And we got a Sword of Justice with Tears Protection on it, and we will give that to Karlak. That is the weapon that I meant that we will get soon, and it is better than her great axe, I'm pretty sure. Is it? It is a little better, and it looks cool, so that works for me. And I think it's poetic for her to, like, use the weapons that were used against her. So this is basically just a looting place. I assume that we won't do all of it in this episode, but we can do some reading. It's a reading heavy episode. When I last played this with my brother, there was a little bug in the game. I don't know if it's there anymore. Some potatoes. That if you get on a chest, sometimes it like makes you stick in the chest, and then like even though your character is moving somewhere else, the food will still, all the stuff you find will still fly to the character on the box on the chest. So that was really funny. Don't think that's a thing anymore. Hi, Cyril. Ooh, bunch of stuff. We are once again encumbered, but there was some interesting stuff we found there, and perhaps we do have some stuff that Gale could learn, because we just found these scrolls. A Milf's acid arrow, Milf's acid arrow. That was super hard for me to say for some reason. Mirror image and detect thoughts. Learn those. Nice. We're still encumbered. Cyril is doing gorgeous artistry down here. A baguette. Nice. And a morning star. It would be smart to not loot with our character because we have all the heavy stuff, but like on us right now. But I think it also makes sense to just put a bunch of stuff into Karlak's inventory, and then we'll be fine again, you know. Give me that. This is all just for trading. Like, I'm picking all of this up to trade with it later to get some money. Most of these are for decoration anyway, but there is a flail. And these menus are still open. And now there's an empty burlap sack, but we can go over here. And we can read the household prayer, wherever that is. Oh, it's over here. We can read the household prayer. Lathander to light, Selune to guide, Kalamvor to judge, and passage provide. I don't know if we've read that before. We might find it more often again. I can explain it to you if you want, and if you don't want, you can just not listen for the next few seconds. Lathander is the morning lord, so he's the god of the morning sun and the sunrise and light in general. He's, I would say, my favorite god in this game. Lathander to light. Selûne is the goddess of the moon, as we've already learned. So Selûne to guide, because you know, organize your navigation via the moon and the stars. Kelemvor to judge. Kelemvor is the god that sees the souls in the afterlife and judges them on like good and bad and where they go. And then in passage provide. So it's like the morning sun, the moon, and the judge essentially provide passage into the afterlife. And then we can read Order of the Gauntlet on matters of law and justice. Good is the absence of evil. It means to seek peace and to enforce it. It means to seek depravity and to denounce it. And it means to trust in your God and yourself, for the greatest good of all is called faith. Goodness is not lawfulness. Law is commandment of God or of mortals. It is the call of authority and the sanction of its opponents. Law is the father of order. To renounce it is to invite chaos, in which there is neither meaning nor life. Law can be corrupted. Lawfulness is not goodness. I say to you then that we seek not to be good or to be lawful, but to be just. For what is it to be good if we cannot define the acts that oppose it? What is to be lawful if it is a devil's commands we obey? Well, justice is the hand that feeds the hungry and the shield that guards the weak. It is the sword that fells the wicked and the cloak that warms the indigent. It is for justice that the Order of the Gauntlet stands watch, and it is justice that Tyr and Torm, Helm and Hor demand. Lovely. That was really well written, actually. And there is a picture of beer. Just accidentally pressed R. So let's read Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 4, The Risen Road. The stained, well-thumbed pages filled with traveling advice that seem to be decades out of date. Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior region lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road. Running parallel to the river Chionta, the Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail the Chionta. A portion of the road, approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate, has in recent years developed into an enclave for Selûne worship, with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Farther east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folk alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll. However, bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. This is all very foreshadowy and very interesting. We will see both Moonhaven, Moonrise Towers, as well as the Temple of Selûne. We will see all of those places. So it's basically a guide to traveling Baldur's Gate 3. There's some shoes, casual sandals, very stylish. Is there something behind there? No. Okay. There's a cauldron we could pick up. Okay. And then we will read findings from the hinterlands. And then I think we'll stop this episode. I'm not sure, but I think so. Esteemed reader, while this journal is no stranger to surprising... okay, we will start that anew. Esteemed reader, while this journal is no stranger to surprising news from the outermost reaches of our fair land, I must warn that this season's edition contains news some might find, in a word, shocking. It might be that the cult of the Absolute, reported by our agents in Elturgard, will fade like any other, but reports of alliances between Goblin and Loathsworn Drow, Troll and Dwergar are a particular cause for alarm. The seriousness of the enclosed report is quite unique in our history. Prior to publication, messengers were sent to localities including Baldur's Gate, Scrawnyble, and Candlekeep. Let us hope these reports are received with the proper gravity for the safety of all. Sincerely, Mingus Etcherly, Editor-in-Chief. Spoiler alert, they weren't received with the proper gravity, but yeah, we're learning lots about how problematic this cult really is, and how unforeseen, Okay, so I think, you know what, the last thing we'll do is go on to the roof, because I think I'll forget that if I don't do that right now. Nice, some torches. There's a ladder. And there is a soul coin. And Karlak has some words about that. Hey, Karlak, darling.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it. My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target.
Okay. Aren't you afraid this is going to overload your engine?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Okay. Got a coin slot in your heart, or what?
Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens.
Okay. Next time we're in battle, we'll make sure you get one.
Fuck yes. Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Okay, I've actually never quite used these soul coins. I know they're like good for making her stronger, but and there's a book hidden in the corner here. It's called A Pleasurable Deal. So let's maybe do that one as the last little reading for this episode. This is an excerpt from the play A Pleasurable Deal, banned in no fewer than 4 cities for its lewd content. Its scandalous nature led to a number of widely distributed and illicit printings. Narrator: Come here, fair folk, a tale now lost to time, and grief this man well sunk to depths sublime. A gift he sought to win his lady's heart, our campion smiled, for now the game did start. Enter Robert, male tiefling, crying, Carlyle, stage right, flash of smoke. Carlyle: Weep not, young man, though free your wife has fled, and comfort found in comrades' arms and bed. She licks her lips and cries his name, oh my, and now seek you to be the apple of her eye. And Robert says, how does a stranger know such things, I ask? And Carlyle responds, I watch you from the shadows, and I see your shame and grief for nature's malady. You seek to win your lady and her bed, to have your name upon her lips instead. Robert: You know my curse, my pain, my grief, my woe. Carlyle: Of you, I know, you seek a larger hoe, to plough fair maid and sow a seed to grow, but lack do ye a mighty horn and mast, with which to guide a maid to bed and fast. Interesting. I love this game. He seeks a larger hoe. Sure. I love that the game has details like that. And we can go in here, and I keep saying and then we'll stop, which is a very traditional Baldur's Gate experience. I'm like, okay, and then we will end. Nice. Was there another one? No. Okay. And then... Okay, will this be the last reading? I think the last episode will be way shorter than this one. But let's read The Lords of Madness, Volume 4, Ye Know Who. Of all the demon lords, few have made their mark on the world as firmly as Ye Know Who. I would pronounce it that way, I'm not sure. Though his ravenous hunger is claimed to be a mindless compulsion, there is nothing mindless about the thorough insinuation of his presence in the world via his chosen gnolls. But how are gnolls created? First, the chosen of Ye Know Who must do as their master's wills. Master wills, kill. A hyena that then feasts on the corpse of the chosen's victim, and the gnoll is born of the glutted belly of the hyena. Gnolls thus born are hunger manifest. They ravage any living being, tearing body and bone asunder, leaving behind only bones. They care not for wealth or material gain, only to satiate their hunger. That satiation is itself an offering to you-know-who, funneled directly to him. Some might envy the gnolls for such a tangible connection to their creator god, but that envy would melt to utter terror as soon as the beast's rotting breath and wicked cackles make their way through the dark of night. If you should find yourself the object of gnollish pursuit, burn your corpses, cover your scent, and pray to whoever might aid you, for there is no bribing, begging, or reasoning with hunger incarnate. Great writing. We will pick up this thing and the wicker, some lemons, great. And then we'll go down here. And then I will, as a reminder to myself, place us next to this door, an ornate wooden hatch. And we hope that next time I remember that we still wanted to go down that hatch. For now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I assume it was longer than the other one before this, but whatever, we live. And I hope that whatever you do next, it goes super well. And if that is sleeping, sleep well, sweet dreams, and good night.